In this video, we'll run through a few setup options needed in order to get devices initially enrolled. Let's first click the mobile link and then Setup, where we'll click General. Here you can define your time zone, preferred unit system, and lines per table you want to see. You can also choose which platforms you see. So, for example, if you're not managing any Windows mobile or desktop devices, you can just deselect them. It's also important to make sure you properly configure whether the SMC app allows users to unenroll themselves from mobile device management or not. This is quite handy if you're a bring your own device shop and you want users to be able to unenroll, while if you're strictly using corporate-owned devices, you might want to prohibit that. And the technical contact section contains information that users will see on their devices if they need to get in touch with support staff. So those are the initial settings. Let's move to System Setup now. This first tab is very important. This is where you'll need to set up your iOS APNS certificate. If you manage iOS devices, you need this certificate. It's mandated by Apple. There's no way around it. Follow the steps in this section to create an Apple ID, create a certificate, then upload it into the system. It'll have to be renewed once per year, so make sure you don't forget your Apple ID and password. You'll need to re-enroll all of your devices otherwise. iOS AirPlay lets you remotely support Apple devices. You can add those devices to the list here. This will allow you to see the user's screen for troubleshooting purposes. In the Apple VPP section, you can define the Apple Volume Purchasing Program settings, which allow you to enterprise license apps and distribute them out to your devices. Now, if you want to use personal certificates, you can set them up here under the SCEP tab. If you've got an SCEP server, enter its details here. And finally, if you want to use our email gateway to control access to email from your mobile devices, download the installer, install it on a machine, and during the installation you'll get a certificate to upload here, which results in a properly managed EAS proxy. And with that, you're done with the basic setup and can now begin enrolling devices.